Hello, and welcome to Seed. I'm Zen Royal, and today we'll touch base on automation. Since the game's early access release on July 21st, multiple cultivators have been testing everything they can to make automation run smoothly and benefits the growth of their society. I have studied automation and what works, versus what needs polishing in these early phases of the game. It is now my goal to share them with you. Let's get right into it. Tasks tend to be a little messy in how they achieve their goal, and oftentimes, cultivators will get confused when they put a task into the scheduler, and their seedling does nothing. Let's take a look at my schedule. You might notice that I have tasks dedicated to run stations rather than produce specific items. You might have also noticed that I have tasks clumped together, such as farming, and hauling of each specific crop. Listen close, because I'll tell you why. First, I'll tell you about the combining of tasks. The first thing is that the threshold percentage you set for needs is important. Keeping it at 90% means that you'll work on that need during the scheduled time, every time that need drops below 90%, resulting in consuming food rations too frequently and causing shortages. Funny fact is that the way that I learned this was setting bladder to 100%, and my seedling began pooping forever. Lower percentages are not counterintuitive. They're good. Tasks are combined, with the highest priority on top, and the secondary tasks for that time slot below. Let's look at my farming task. The task is to farm anything. This means that any field accessible on the map, such as public land, or government-owned property, can be farmed, as long as a seed is assigned to the field block. Once Zen completes the farming, such as planting, watering, and harvesting, it leaves behind crates. The other tasks are set to haul those crates to storage. You may be wondering why I have hauling as a set task multiple times, with specific items. There are tons of things happening in the society at any given time, and a lot of resources get moved. If my focus is to move only the items I have harvested from the accessible farm, to storage, my best course of action is to take the time and care to assign a haul task to each of those specific items. I only wanted to haul corn, pumpkins, tomatoes, herbs, and wheat, so I told the system that plainly. This next part is incredibly useful, in my opinion. The scheduler often interacts with tables, but tables have their own defined tasks. The solution for tasking was to set a deliberate task in the table to produce an item, such as iron nails to build the hospital, until 100 were in storage. The scheduler task to operate the metalworking table then automatically works on that task, without making a bunch of single-use tasks that never go away. If you have a priority to make iron nails at the top of the list, until 100 are in storage, and have a task to produce iron ingots until 50 are in storage below it, your seedling will begin making nails, until there isn't enough iron ingots. The iron nails task becomes blocked until you have more ingots, so you automatically start to make ingots from raw iron, until you need to make more raw iron in another task, etc. You will only do your secondary tasks, until you have enough to resume task 1. The next topic we'll go over is storage. One might ask how storage is important to automation. It's actually a critical part of the process. Storage without management can hold any item, any number of times. If you want medical remedies you produce to go to a specific storage, then that storage must only allow remedies that you can further assign stock limits to. The only issue is how tedious storage management can become. Here's why. If you want to deliver medicines and remedies as a courtesy to public property, and you have that storage properly set up, it will happen. The problem occurs when you have a closer storage that is open to all items, in which case the seedling will carelessly drop the remedies off at the closest storage that allows the items, resulting in an organizational mess. You will see a red or green dot next to an item in storage, which will say it's reserved and that you can't interact with it. Red means the item is going to be removed from that storage to be taken somewhere else. Green means it's about to get moved into that storage from elsewhere. Some categories are too broad, as well. Let me expand on that for you. A category that is a bit broader would be the farming category within the storage management window. When a storage is selected to simply receive only farming items, that could be harvested raw vegetables, herbs, sometimes clay or another farming-related item. This isn't helpful if you want that storage to only hold raw, freshly harvested food. A best practice is to set specific items for that storage, and again, take the time and care to select each item, set it to unlimited, or apply a maximum number to allow of that item, and click Done. This will ensure that if the storage I chose it meant for raw, uncooked food, that the storage will only receive corn, pumpkin, tomato, or wheat. As far as I've been able to deduce, the food category only allows safe, edible food. Another caveat to storage is location. It's a bad idea to store nasty, untreated water right next to clean water, because of the risk that a seedling consumes the bad water due to it being a slightly closer distance. I do believe this is resolved over time as the seedlings establish a preference that dictates that they hate murky water and will avoid it whenever possible, but I haven't seen if there was a fix or patch that dictates that unsafe options should be avoided at any cost so long as a cooked, filtered, or clean option is available to the seedling. Before I go, I want to loop back to table tasks for a moment. There's a chance that some people might ask the question, when I want to make sure that another item is stocked first, what do I do? The answer is that you would click the items in the list to show what is needed to make them, and sort accordingly. If iron nails take iron ingots, but you want to make iron nails, then iron nails go on top, iron ingots go below that, and raw iron goes below the ingots to make the iron ingots. It's like you're prioritizing the flow of production based on needed ingredients and then setting a number limit on that production item so that your seedling isn't just making 1 million nails and ignoring the other needs of that trade. Sometimes this is easier than it sounds, because if you have multiple things requiring production in the list, but no specific importance, it shouldn't get stuck. You make 50 out of 50 nails, and then that task is done until there's less than 50 nails in storage, or they get used, so then you may simply stock the 50 iron ingots you set, and once those are made, you will make the next available item. If you have 10 different things in the task list that need to be made, and the materials they are made out of below that, your production will handle all the stocking and restocking of those goods by availability. It's important to note that some tables, if not all, only allow for 20 tasks in the priority list. That being said, Zen is a doctor who makes a long list of medicines and remedies and may require 2 medical fabricator stations to split the task list in half. Another thing to note is that some stations like the seed separator, or specific tasks may not read properly. I mention the seed separator because I set tasks to produce as many seeds as I had field blocks, so that we never ran out of seeds to plant. The task completed 6 out of 6 seeds and marked it complete. When the seeds were planted and out of storage, the task did not revert back to in progress, or queued, even though the stock threshold wasn't met. As far as I'm concerned, this is a bug that isn't meant to happen and will be submitted in a bug report by me, in the hopes that these things get fixed. As a friendly reminder, the game is brand new, and in early access and multiple fixes have already occurred in the 4 days we've had it. I love how diligent these developers are, and the way that they care about the game and its community shows. I encourage any player to stay in the Discord, and post suggestions in the channel so that it can keep improving. If you see a bug, or something that doesn't behave properly within the game, press Ctrl B, and make a detailed bug report so that these fixes and quality of life improvements can make our home on Avesta better for everyone. I was asked about businesses, but that will end up being a later video addressed with its own focus on the entire process, as I haven't been able to completely build my clinic and set it up yet, and have my own research to catch up on for that. That's all for now, everyone. Please subscribe, leave a like and share so this can reach and help more cultivators, and leave a comment below if you have anything to add, or want to help another person with your own knowledge.